This episode of the Pu'u Muay Thai podcast is brought to you by pmtlifestyle.com, authentic Muay Thai lifestyle by Pu'u. Definitely go check out the website at pmtlifestyle.com for some awesome lifestyle merchandise. That's for those of you out there either involved in Muay Thai, looking at getting involved in Muay Thai, and embrace a healthier lifestyle to live the life of a Nak Muay. Go check it out. Hey guys, this is Jonathan here over at the Pu'u Muay Thai podcast. I just wanted to touch up on something real quick. I made a mistake live on broadcast. The fight between Alma Uniku and Janet Todd for the Atomweight title is happening on March 19th at Fist of Fury 3. So Friday, February 26th is the first Fist of Fury, and they're both in Singapore right now, and that's why I was confused. I just wanted to clarify just to make sure you guys are aware of that before we got into the podcast today. All right, enjoy. Swaddy Cop, guys. So today we're going to be talking about 1FC, and this is going to be on Friday, February 26th from Singapore. All right, it's dubbed Fist of Fury. The main event is Anahi versus Superlek. So the full name is Ilyas Anahi. He's from the Netherlands and Morocco. Very common to have fighters from the Netherlands and Morocco competing. And also Superlek Kitmu Gao, or Kitmu 9 for those who speak Thai. Fighting out of Thailand. That's the main event on that one. So what I'm going to do is actually we're going to be talking on Clubhouse today. I'm just going to start a room. The topic is any Muay Thai people here? Let's connect. Because honestly, I haven't seen any talks that are just strict Muay Thai on here. So let's see if we get anybody in here. I'm going to see if anybody will come in to the room and just chat it up. But I'm just going to start talking about it. So like I said, the main card, Ilyas Anahi, I hope I pronounced that correctly, versus Superlek Kitmu Gao. So I'm going to talk about that one. Anybody that wants to come in here, I have, hello. If you want to talk and join in, I'm talking about the 1FC card that is tomorrow in Singapore on Friday, February 26th. So the next one that's on the card is a kickboxing bout. So the main event is kickboxing bout as well. And then the co-main event is also going to be kickboxing with one of the best. It has Giorgio Petrosian, one of the best kickboxers in the world, for those that don't know. Also, he's been coming back-to-back hand injuries, I think both hands. He's a southpaw fighter, and he's a really good technician. He's going to be fighting against David Kiria out of Georgia. So the country of Georgia, not the state, for those that are listening from the United States. Again, anybody that's on here, I've been trying to connect with some people about Muay Thai on Clubhouse. I'd love to connect with you guys. If you guys want to come in, just raise your hand. Happy to chat with you. Next up on the roster is kickboxing as well, but it's funny, it's a Muay Thai fighter. Rod Tang is going to be fighting on there versus Tagir Kalilov out of Russia. And next on the kickboxing bout is going to be Hiroki Akamoto versus Zhang Chenlong from China. So Hiroki from Japan. And then next, coming into a Muay Thai bout. So there's actually only 2 Muay Thai bouts, I think, on here. That's strange, because I'm pretty sure that there was supposed to be another fight on here that's not listed on the website, but I do know what the matchup is. But this one right here, strawweight matchup, it's a women's matchup, Wonder Girl Fairtex and Jackie Lu Buntan, also Jackie Buntan, out of USA, so fellow countrymen. So to see more USA people fighting on top level Muay Thai. All right. But I hope you guys are doing well. They're over here on Clubhouse. Again, if you guys want to chime in on any of these bouts, let me know. I'd be happy to bring you in and talk about it. Okay? So next one we have is it's an atomweight bout. It's Victoria Lee fighting out of Singapore and the United States versus Sunisa Srisen out of Thailand. And I know there is one more bout. It's funny, I know it's not on the card, but I know that they are on the card. It's Alma Uniku versus Janet Todd, and I think that's for I'm not sure if it's for kickboxing or if that one's for Muay Thai. Now I'm wondering now, because I know they're both there. So let me see. Let's see. There's also Fist of Fury 2 that's going to be coming up as well, and it's not on there. So let's see. I'm not sure if I'm pretty sure it's a Muay Thai rules fight. I hope it is at least. I know Janet Todd obviously lost to Stamp Fairtex Muay Thai rules, beat her in kickboxing rules. Now we have Alma Uniku, who actually lost. She lost to Anneline Hugstead from Norway. I know that because Annalena I'm here in Oslo, so I know who she is. Strong fighter, bested Alma Uniku in the clinch and really bullied her, and just stronger, like more defined athlete. So she's able to really get that up on her. Alma Uniku does have a lot of experience for a young age. I think she's only 20. And she's going to be Alma Uniku's facing Janet Todd. So they're both, the Janet Todd, a little bit older in regards to, like, obviously Alma Uniku. So you're going to see more people who are competing, you know, that younger mid-20s age group. I think Janet Todd's like in her early 30s. So if you guys have anything you want to add to any of these, I think it would be great. There's a lot of people talking on Clubhouse about MMA, about karate, taekwondo, boxing, MMA, but nobody is talking about Muay Thai. So I'd love to have more people come in. If you guys want to come in and chat about Muay Thai, I would love, love, love to connect with you. Just raise your hand and I can bring you guys in. All right, I'd love that. Oh, I see a hand raised. There we go. Billy Turpin. All right, here you are. I'm bringing you in right now. How you doing, Bailey?
I'm doing good. How are you doing, Jonathan?
I'm doing great. I'm stoked to finally get some Muay Thai people in on Clubhouse.
Heck yeah. I don't know much about what you're talking about, the bouts and everything and the fights.
For sure. That's why I'm here.
But I like to learn more about it, and I grew up doing jiu-jitsu and kickboxing. My dad is a coach, and he brought my brother-in-law to the UFC and everything, and
sweet.
I just did it for probably like 8 to 10 years, and then when I was old enough to go into regular school sports, I did that. But I love jiu-jitsu and I love kickboxing, and now I do kickboxing just to kind of help keep me in physical shape.
Yeah.
So I like to learn a lot about it. My dad knows a ton, and I've just been trying to network here on Clubhouse, and I saw that there was some stuff about MMA and Muay Thai and jiu-jitsu and stuff, so I just wanted to hop in.
That's badass. Yeah, there's been a ton. I see a ton of jiu-jitsu people on here and like MMA. I think, you know, I went on here and talked about Lion Fight Promotions. Have you heard of them before?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so where in the world are you located? What country are you from?
I'm from the U.S. and I'm in Texas.
You're in Texas. Okay, what part of Texas, if you don't mind me asking? I have a lot of friends there.
So I'm from Central Texas, but I just recently moved about 4 or 5 years ago up to West Texas, the Panhandle.
Okay. Yeah, I have friends that are in Austin and Houston that are involved in Muay Thai and some MMA stuff out there too. But you guys got a lot going on there right now with all the weather patterns and stuff like that blew through. You guys all good?
Oh yeah, we're good. It's been more crazy in Central Texas, I would say. West Texas, we get a little bit more snow and colder weather than the rest of the part, so we're somewhat used to it. We did have some difficulty, but nothing too bad.
That's awesome. Yeah, for me, I'm from California, but I'm located. I just relocated to Oslo, Norway.
Wow.
Yeah, in November. So I'm getting used to that snow myself, and it's definitely if you don't have the clothes for it or the house built for it, yeah, you're kind of SOL.
Yes, I've learned that. I like warm weather, and that's where I kind of come from.
Yeah,
so I had to learn a little bit.
For sure. You know, I've learned that extreme weathers are my thing. I've spent a lot of time in Thailand, and so I've learned that I like the extreme cold and the extreme heat. So I think I could fit in anywhere.
That's awesome. I would love to visit Thailand. My growing up in the gym, I had a bunch of brothers, I would call them, because I grew up in it from the time I was like 5 to an adult. So I just had all these fighters around all the time, and I would call my brothers and stuff. And one of them, his name is Steve Carl, and he actually went and trained in Thailand with a bunch of different people for years. And he just came back to the States, and he's been hanging out and everything. And it's just pretty cool to hear his experience and get to watch it on social media. Just training with like the people in Thailand. That's so cool to me.
Yeah, the level of training and like the way it's set up like professionally compared to, especially in the United States, Muay Thai is very new to the United States compared to the rest of the world. So you're gonna see, yeah, you can get way more experience, obviously, like in places in Europe, and of course in Asia and Thailand. You know that for them it's not uncommon to fight like, you know, at least once a month for foreigners.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's professionally, so it's, you know, it's not easy, but whereas you know this growing up in martial arts here, you fight professionally maybe 4 times a year if you're lucky. So
Absolutely. My dad actually was a little different, though.
oh yeah.
I mean, he wanted people to be prepared, and he's a little bit more difficult in that sense. Like, a lot of people say that they didn't get their belts quick enough under him and stuff, but he's just very diligent in his teaching and stuff. And so he would have people fight. If they were ready, like he wanted them to be, he'd have them fight, you know, like what you're talking about.
Yes.
If they could do once a month, that would be great. But, you know, people get injured and don't show up for practice and everything like that.
Yeah, and it's
awesome.
You know, in the U.S., we get to do it like until like a certain level. We're very lucky that we get to do it as like a almost it's like a leisure. It's not, you can't say leisure, but we do it for recreation. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yes.
We're able to do it for recreation as opposed to a place like Thailand where it's like, hey, you're going to be fighting at the age of 14 to be able to put the roof over the family's head.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and that's
major contrast.
Yeah, the intention's different. They can both produce high-level athletes, and that's why I was talking about in some of these fights. It's tomorrow on One Championship. It's actually free, but I think it's pretty early in the morning. I want to say it's probably around 6 a.m. or 6:30 a.m. Over there. Are you on Mountain Time?
No, I think I'm on Central Standard Time.
Yeah, I think it might be, you're either 6 p.m. or 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. tomorrow. It's live on YouTube for free. That One FC does these fights. They've been keeping up pretty good tempo through COVID, and there's actually a couple of women kickboxing and Muay Thai championship bouts on there too. And 2 of them are American fighters. One's making her pro debut. And her teammate, I think she's going up. It's a title. I believe it's a title defense. I might be wrong though, because I can't see the bout information in front of me. But that's what I was talking about. So I'd highly recommend you check it out for One Championship. Have you heard of One Championship before?
No, I haven't. And is that actually what you search on YouTube to find it tomorrow morning?
Yes, you can just look up One Championship. You'll find their YouTube channel and just go subscribe. You'll get a push notification. They have an app also. And it'll send you a push notification. It's free. But either way, you can do. I think they even stream live on Facebook. But it's a really awesome platform, and they've been buying out UFC's athletes that don't stay as active. That UFC's end up dropping. Like they have Sage Northcutt on there. I know they have like Ben Askren. They've had like a bunch of people that they've just been buying out from UFC after their contract lapses.
Huh, that's crazy. Well, I'm definitely going to check it out. Thanks for letting me come up and talk with you, and it was nice meeting you.
Yeah, likewise, Billy. And, you know, do you still have a gym you're training out of?
So, my brother got brain cancer back about 5 years ago, and he shut our gym down. It grew massive, and it was really heartbreaking to see him have to shut it down. But ultimately, he did it to go be with my brother. In the Dallas area. But my brother beat cancer
Badass.
Back then, yes. And my dad kind of moved to West Texas where I'm at, and he doesn't have his own gym again, but he is teaching jiu-jitsu at a local gym with some people that we've known for a long time. So he's still in it. I could never see him not doing it.
For sure.
It's weird to see him not have his own gym because I've seen him have his own gym my whole life, but it's kind of nice to see him have a little work-life balance because growing up he was always at fights every single weekend. I trained at the gym from morning to evening. I was there morning to evening and with all the fighters, and I would have dinner at like 10 or 11 p.m. every night. So
sounds
it's a lot
right.
different than what it was back then.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Actually, I have 2 academies back in California, and it's full time all the time. So it sounds very familiar, and it's good that he was able to take a step back a little bit and focus on the family with the health issues your brother's going through.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Where does he teach jiu-jitsu out of, if you don't mind sharing?
No, I don't mind.
Yeah.
It's called Victory Combat Sports Academy here in Lubbock, Texas.
Texas.
It was Eagle's Nest, but they recently did some rebranding last year, and they got a new location.
Badass. And
they have a new kickboxing coach as well, he's kind of younger, and he's really good with social media and marketing.
Sweet.
So he's been kind of turned into the gym manager, and he's been setting up a lot of local events and getting the name out, so that's been helping a lot too.
That's key to have somebody who's good at social media and stuff like that, and plus that he can teach, especially given the situation with like all the shutdowns and all the stuff that was going on this past year. So that's badass.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Cool. If there's anybody else in here that wants to come chime in too, just talking about Muay Thai 1FC with Bailey, my new friend Bailey, who's on here, and Bailey, definitely you feel free to shoot me a request here on Clubhouse. Love to go follow your guys' jiu-jitsu program and give you my support on social media during this time. Everybody that's been staying open, like, man, that stuff's hard. I know all about it.
Oh, yeah. And I'll do the same for you.
Please.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Likewise.
I'm going to bring in Tariq El Fadali. He wanted to come in here. He raised his hand, too. So
Sounds good.
Yeah, let's see what this guy's about. I see there's there we go. Tariq, how you doing, sir?
Hey, thank you so much for letting me get on stage.
Of course, man.
So my name is Tariq. I'm from Amsterdam, the Netherlands.
Perfect.
I work in IT, but as a hobby, I do primarily 2 things. So it's either football or it's kickboxing.
Yes.
So at a young age, if you're where I'm from, in the part of Amsterdam, we have a lot of, let's say, a big Moroccan community.
Yes.
And so it's either you go to football or you go Muay Thai.
Yes. Nice.
So it's almost part of our culture, basically. And some of them really made it, like to the K1 or to Glory, to one championship. I think that's more of a newer organization.
Yes.
I think the fighters that we have around here compete in Glory.
Yes.
But for me, it's just it's more of a hobby, just to stay fit, just to stay conditioned. I think it's one of the best things that you could do.
For sure.
But what it did for us is so we're talking about it's like people from a certain social class, right? Because if you live in another part of Amsterdam, you wouldn't go into Muay Thai.
Yes.
They have their own. They go to piano lessons and things like that.
Yes.
And so it's it's part of the mentality also, like a really fighter mentality. But what it did for a lot of people is inspiration. So you have gyms now. Basically, every block has almost a known gym, and some of them have like 400 or 500 members. In different age groups. Yeah. I think Jonathan, you're someone who's really familiar with the sports. I assume. So you know people like Tom Haring, right?
Yes, yeah, and you have Mike's Gym, and one of the main events on this one card is Ilyas Inahi, and he's from Netherlands and Morocco. So definitely, I follow the sport very closely for the past over 13, 14 years now.
Have you ever trained in the Netherlands?
No, I haven't been fortunate enough to go to the Netherlands yet. I've spent a lot of time in Asia and Thailand, and I just immigrated over to Norway. I'm just waiting on my residency permit, and I have some friends here that are from the Netherlands, and they're also from Morocco and Tunisia, and I'm looking forward to being able to go visit over there too.
Yeah, that's the cool thing. I mean, usually back in the day, used to go on training camp in Thailand if you had an upcoming fight.
Yeah.
But what we see more recently is that you have, let's say, foreign fighters coming to the Netherlands to one of the gyms here, either in Breda, where you have like Jamal Ben Sadiq, Rico Verhoeven, those gyms, or where people go to Mike's gym, which is like 20-minute drive from my house.
Badass.
Yeah, so it's really cool. But I love this Fight Club on Clubhouse. Primarily, just as I said, I'm just a hobbyist. I like to spar, I like to stay fit.
That's great, though.
Not a pro or anything.
But you know, Tariq, that's one of the more important things I think is what builds the audience. Like in places like the Netherlands, you're training with the fighters. You see them training, and you have an understanding of what they go through to prepare for the fights, and it allows you to understand the scoring, the culture, the rule sets. And you know, in the U.S., we really lack a lot of that stuff. You know, I was talking to Bailey, and she's like, I didn't know what one championship was, and it's like, you know, you're seeing Glory, one championship, and you're seeing some other these fight promotions that are popping up that are bringing in more of these Dutch, the fighters from Morocco, or they're from Suriname, and now they're in the Netherlands, and they're just doing a really kick-ass job of building the sport here in Europe, and you're seeing just killers come out of your country, man. I love it.
Yeah, because they start at a very young age, like at the age of 6 or 7, and there are different classes. I'm not sure how it's organized in the US, but here in NL, you start, let's say, up to the age of, I think, 15 or 16. We have the N class, just for newbies, basically.
Yes.
And you have to win a couple of fights. And then you get into a different class. So it goes from C, B, A. But you have to win a couple of fights before you get into a different class.
Yeah. You know, that brings up a really good point. That's something that, like, so I've done work with my friends. They run USA Muay Thai, and they work with, like, helping these other sanctioning bodies learn, like, that ranking system of having, like, the novice class, have the C class, B class, A class. That way you can build up these athletes from a young age, like you guys have been doing for years now. And
no, indeed,
yeah. And you guys, that's why you guys are so far ahead in that model. It works, man. Like you see in England, you know, they adopted that, and other places in Europe, and you're getting excellent fighters come out of it. And I think it's really, you know, it says something when you have somebody like you said, hey, I'm just an enthusiast, but you follow the sport. You enjoy it.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
Sure. And as I said, it's a growing community. It's becoming almost a popular sport now because of the clash between Badr Hari and Rico Verhoeven. So Badr also started as a Muay Thai fighter before he went into, let's say, kickboxing. Because the difference is, you know, the clinching and the elbows.
Yes.
But other than that, it's, you know.
It's very similar. Yeah, you get a lot of these athletes that are crossing over from kickboxing to Muay Thai to kickboxing, like on this ONE FC card that's coming up. Most of these guys on here fought Muay Thai, or they started with Muay Thai at one point. Like, of course, the guys from Thailand are on here, like Rod Tang and Superlek. But you also get like Georgia Petrosian that's on here, Jackie Buntan, there's Natalie Fairtex, Wonder Girl, you know, she fights in kickboxing and Muay Thai, and now you're seeing these athletes, especially like Mike's gym and stuff too, they're crossing over into MMA as well.
Right, yeah.
So
because, that's also commercially driven, right? Because it's that's a bigger payday, so to speak.
Yes. Yeah, it's badass. Hey, I brought in a couple more people into here on Clubhouse. Let's see, I got my friend Vin Chayafeth that's on here. What's up, Vin? Natapan and Ode. We're just talking a little bit about ONE FC and all this badass stuff that's coming up. You know, the card that's on here. It's funny, I'm looking at it right now. Anybody want to add anything? This is like, honestly, I haven't seen a committed Muay Thai room here on Clubhouse. This is like the biggest one I've seen. For just straight Muay Thai talk. I think it's really important for everybody to get together and connect. If you guys have anything you want to add, just unmute your mic, start talking, man, because for me, otherwise I'll just chat your ear off. Vin, how you doing, man? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm doing pretty good. I've actually been on this app a lot lately.
Yeah.
Just trying to connect with people. Yesterday, I was in a room with Chatri Sityatong, and
oh, badass.
trying to network with people.
Oh man, that's good that Chatri's on here. So if you guys don't know Chatri Siyatong, he's the CEO of One Championship. He's from Thailand. He grew up at Siyatong Gym, and he came up through the whole Thai culture. He runs his business very much like I would say, not like the UFC. And I think that's why ONE FC is doing better because of the storytelling that they're doing. And for anybody here that's involved in business, you know how important storytelling is for building up people. And if you think about each fighter, they're their own business entity. You have these other gyms that's also a business entity that's building up these fighters' businesses through professional sports, professional fights. I'm going to give props to Vin here. If you guys don't know who Vin Chiafeth is, he's a international promoter based out of Phoenix, Arizona. I believe it's Phoenix. Correct me if I'm wrong, Vin.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Phoenix. And I have a little bit of crappy connection here and stuff too. But for him, he's promoted WBC amateur Muay Thai. He has a Southeast Asian Alliance organization. I believe it's what it's called, SAA Alliance. He runs a nonprofit, gives a lot back to his community, helps promote fights. He's doing stuff through Twitch TV. He has a promotion that's on March 16th, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Vin.
Yeah, March 20th.
March 20th. Okay, and where can people get some info to watch that?
I haven't really been promoting it too much, but it's Muay Thai TV on Twitch.
Muay Thai TV on Twitch.
Lately we've been actually streaming all the Channel 7 fights every day, Monday through Thursday at 7 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
Mountain or Central Time, and then Fridays we'll do our Star Wars just to kind of keep our beta going.
Yeah.
And then March 20th we'll actually be doing the live stream for the event. I think this event is at 3 p.m. I'll keep you guys updated as we kind of get more info.
Please do, man.
But yeah.
Yeah,
Muay Thai TV on Twitch.
Yeah, Muay Thai TV on Twitch. And Vin, I'm gonna send that out to my students and stuff like that too. So that way, it's like I've been talking to them a lot about where they could watch Muay Thai right now during this all the shutdown stuff that's going on in our country. And it's badass that you're pushing forward, making that stuff happen. I think it's a really good opportunity for you guys to grow too.
Yeah, thank you, man. We're really, really trying. I actually got a meeting with another cannabis company that wants to do an annual show for their company, and so I kind of pitched them like, hey, we can do the company is called MPX. They have locations in Las Vegas and Phoenix, and they want to do a charity event, which is called the MPX Cup.
Nice.
We will put on annually every year, and they will. We still need to discuss whether it's going to be all amateur or amateur and pro.
Wow, man! The fact that you're able to even consider doing like pro, I think that's something you're going to see a little bit more people pop out as pro fighters after the shutdown stuff with fighting too. So it might be a good time for it.
Yeah, absolutely. We didn't. I didn't want to jump the gun into going pro just because the lack of experience. But as we're rolling things out and people are starting to trust the organization, I think more people more open to donating to our organization and pushing our initiative a little bit further.
For sure, man. Well, I'm stoked to see what you're doing, and I've been following your Twitter feed and stuff like that too. I see you've been involved in some crypto trading and stuff like that as well. And there's no surprise why you're successful, not why you're going to be, why you're going to continue to be successful, man. Because I've seen nothing but good things out of you.
Thank you. I'm trying really hard, and I'm just doing what I can to support the vision. Like Muay Thai really doesn't make that much money, so I'm out here trying to find more cash flow to put into my dream.
Yep, that's what it's about, man. And a lot of people, I think, especially here in this room, they can help them understand too. Like Muay Thai in our country, in the United States, and the world for that matter, is not that much money. A lot of people like to glamorize it, I think, or they think there's more money than there actually is, and then that's why they end up going to MMA or kickboxing. So
I totally agree.
Yeah, man. Well, anybody else in here too, if you guys want to chime in, I was just talking I was talking with Bailey Tariq. Bailey's from Texas. Tariq, he's from the Netherlands. Talking about like the culture there with the country and why they're building up successful fighters, in my opinion. And he was kind of sharing some of it too. Had Vin Jayafeth, promoter from Phoenix, Arizona. International promoters, brought in people from Ireland. He's brought in quite a few people from Ireland, I think. And he's also done some other international stuff with people coming up from Mexico to fight and everything as well on his shows. He's done some great work. But I got Natapon and Xavier. If you guys want to chat about anything, feel free to just unmute yourself and introduce yourself a little bit. Xavier, how you doing, sir?
Hey, what's up, Jonathan? Nice to meet you, man.
Likewise, sir.
Just want to introduce myself. I'm a big striking fan. I'll try to make this short. I teach striking here, San Francisco, California. Mostly private lessons in the park. But I've been studying kickboxing since I was 17. I'm 44 years old. I've fought. I know, old guy here. I've fought. I got some fun factoids about myself.
Yeah.
My first kickboxing match, I was 17, amateur kickboxing, Fairfield, California. Mm-hmm. And I saw the genesis of amateur kickboxing to amateur Muay Thai and professional Muay Thai in the Bay Area.
Yes, you did.
I started in my teens, and I've trained with I've been lucky enough to train with great people. Rob came in. I took some seminars and some classes with him when he was in town. Yeah. I trained with Josh Johnsey in Surrey, Canada. I was there for a week about a year ago, training with him. Just trying to always learn more. That white belt mentality. I train my kids. I force them to do boxing and kickboxing and their other sports. And they're all kind of grown now, but I still make them do it. And I love striking. I have a small amateur Muay Thai background, and I have some pro MMA experience. I did okay in MMA for sure. I love the head kick and the low kick, and I'm really excited to see Elias and Achai fight 1FC tomorrow.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a firecracker fight, with him and Superlek. That's going to be a firecracker, man. I'm looking forward to seeing that too. I'm lucky I'm from California, so I'm lucky to be in Norway, so I don't have to wake up at the butt crack of dawn tomorrow to watch it. Right. So I get to watch it like midday here. But have you been keeping up with these 1FC cards they've been putting out?
Best I can. I follow probably the UFC the most, but then
of course.
I also follow boxing and Glory and 1FC best I can. But I'll tell you, what I know, Elias Inachai is one of my favorite kickboxers right now. The way he dismantled the last Thai that he fought, the dude's just amazing. Yeah,
I saw a highlight of it. I don't remember who it was he fought. Do you happen to remember?
I don't remember the name, but he was a solid Muay Thai style fighter from Thailand. I just can't remember his name.
Let me see. I'm trying to see if I can find his fights listed up.
Talking about Elias Mahmoudi?
Yeah. No, Elias Inachai. So he's the main event.
I think he's fighting Superlek. Yeah. On Friday.
Yeah. So
he's one of my favorites right now.
Yeah, it's at 61.2 kilograms. Is the weight limit. So he's 178 centimeters out of SB Gym, Netherlands / Morocco, like I was talking about with Tariq. For Xavier, you got a ton of talent up there in the Bay Area, man. You had Jongsanon's up there, Jongsanon Fairtex, you had Ann Bunkerd, all the badasses. I saw Vin was had them out in Vegas. He's doing a little workshop out there in Vegas, all the Thai guys.
That
was fun.
I'm jealous, man.
You're lucky, Vin. Yeah, I trained with all those guys, all the coaches you just mentioned. Since like 2005, I've trained or competed against their fighters or whatever. I know all those guys.
Yeah, it's a small community, man. And like your age group, I have a coach who's around your age. Man, you went through like when MMA was like amateur MMA was smokers that were like in the dojo with the windows taped up.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
I've been there before. You know what's funny is California has been such a shit show for like fights that like maybe 6 months ago we joked about like one of our fighters doing street beefs if all these tournaments kept not happening. And it turns out they were doing one like locally. I'm like, fuck it, like whatever, let's put him on. And he actually did it, and it reminded me a lot of like what the smoker scene was like, 12, 13 years ago when I was first starting through Muay Thai. And
absolutely.
Have you watched those at all? The street beefs?
Yeah. I watch all that stuff when I can. It's fun, man. I like anything fighting. I like.
Yeah, I think it's great what they're doing. It's ridiculous. Like I've seen like compared to like sanctioned events, it's totally fucking dangerous in regards to like what these guys are doing, because
for sure.
Like there's like elbows in the back of the head, and no one knows what the hell they're doing. They don't have a doctor there, and
no, I seen a guy get heel hooked too, really bad, and didn't even know what was going on.
And not tapping out and stuff like that. It's like, oh man.
Oh, Jonathan, Vin, and Tarek. Just a quick little side note. If you, I just started a new YouTube podcast channel, and I'm not going to plug it, but it's on my bio here on Clubhouse.
Plug it, man. What is it?
It's called Grasshopper and the Bear.
Uh-huh.
And I have just the teaser trailers of the interview. I just have the teaser trailers up right now, trailers. But I just interviewed Sino, who just fought in a lion fight a couple weeks ago. He had a first round knockout in the main event, and he gave me an interview.
Oh, sweet, man.
I got the teaser trailer up for it.
Yeah, I had somebody on Lion Fight as well. Vin has a guy that's fought in Lion Fight a couple times as well.
Nice.
And but yeah, man, we have YouTube and everything like that too. Follow me, like add me here on Clubhouse. I'll add you back, and we'll connect, man. I'd love to chat more.
I did. I follow all you guys for sure, man.
Badass.
Thanks.
Here, I'm gonna follow you right now if I can. Boom, follow. Done.
And so a quick one. So there's something that's bugging me lately. You have so many good fighters in Glory, especially in the lightweight division, but also in one championship.
Yeah.
But with two different organizations, you would never see them compete.
I think you will, because like one of the things that why I like about one championship is they've allowed people who are under contract to fight in Lion Fight, to fight in these other promotions. So they might have, I don't know what their contracts are with all their athletes, but it seems like they have some kind of negotiating power between both of them in regards to like length of their contract and what they're doing. But I mean, that's like the crux of all combat sports. Like you saw it with boxing, you had WBO, you had WBC, you had ABC, and you're getting that same issue, I think. But I have a feeling at one point, like, we saw Glory actually filed for bankruptcy last year, that Chapter 11 bankruptcy, if I'm not mistaken, and they had to reform. So I don't know, maybe, like, before Glory it was It's Showtime, and that got absorbed by, Glory, and they bought out their contracts and stuff. So who knows what will happen with that? Maybe you'll end up seeing something with one and Glory collaborating at some point. But I feel you, man. I really hope to see some unification in regards to those organizations at some point.
Yeah. So there's another organization here which is primarily active in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Infusion. Have you heard about it?
Oh, I've definitely heard of Infusion.
Yeah. So there's this fighter. His name is Typhoon Oskan. He's also joined one championship right now, and it's really someone to look out for. He's extremely active, very aggressive in his opening. He's a pressure fighter.
Tariq, I think I follow him on Instagram. Is he really, really young?
He's young. Yeah, I think he's like 23 or 24 or something.
Yeah, I think I saw his fight on Infusion. I was like, this kid is sick. So I think that's the one I follow. Sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Infusion is Julie Kitchen's promotion, correct?
Yeah, she commentates with the other guy. I forget his name.
It's Vinny Shorman, I believe.
Yeah, Vinny Shorman, my bad.
Yeah, Vinny Shorman, the mentalist. That guy's got some... if you guys ever need anybody that needs any kind of mental training... I've had a couple people that have attended his workshops, and they always come out with some gold from him. So, just to plug that a little bit. I saw Kunnotapan. I saw that you that you unmuted your mic. How are you doing, sir?
Hi guys. My name is Naj. I live in Bangkok, Thailand. I grew up with Muay Thai since I was born, right? But I had never trained it. But last years I decided to train Muay Thai, and I'm doing great, and it really helped me to get to lose my weight and get through like hard time.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's really great that to hear you to talk about Muay Thai. Yeah.
Couple. For me, like I feel like we were talking about with Tariq, is like you see like a class difference between people who train Muay Thai and people who don't train Muay Thai. Like in the Netherlands, you're saying there's people that do kickboxing or soccer, or they do piano lessons. There's no like in between. And I feel like for a long time it was the same thing in Thailand. It's like you either did judo and taekwondo, or you were poor and you did Muay Thai for a living. And you're seeing more people get that experience with Muay Thai that we're experiencing in the West in regards to like doing it more for recreation. You know, you're saying it helped you get through some hard times and through weight loss, and I think it's really great. What part of Bangkok are you in?
Do you know Ramin Thai?
Yes, I do. My friend's gym is near the new Lumpini Stadium.
Yeah, I kind of live near Lumpini, new Lumpini Stadium.
Okay. Yeah.
I've been there.
Yeah, the gym I usually go to is at Kit Kem Torn Gym in Naomin Batsit Bat. It's a good friend of mine that runs the gym. Been going there for a long time. And how's the construction on the SkyTrain in Bangkok going? Are they making progress on that?
Yes, they made like it's almost finished, and I can travel all out Bangkok with SkyTrain right now.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, I think that's going to help bring more of that tourist flow over to that part of the city as well for like Lumpini. I think once they moved it from Lumpini Park to over there, they lost a lot of like the tourism because it was so far out of the way, and it took a long time to drive out there via taxi over there in Bangkok. Like I'd bring my students there, and even though we were close by, it would still take an hour because of traffic.
Yeah, the traffic is very bad.
Oh, traffic jam. Even on the expressway is not an expressway. Oh, man. Well, hey, guys, I just wanted to plug my stuff. If anybody's on here that is listening, I think it's great that we have like a nice, good core group of people here for Muay Thai. Because for me, I haven't seen any Muay Thai specific rooms on here, at least not in this group that I'm in. If you guys know of any, please like let me know. Invite me, please. For me, I have a YouTube channel. Like Vin, I stream some Muay Thai stuff too, but on YouTube. We also have like I talk about. I'm recording this right now. I cut it up into YouTube clips and share it with my students because a lot of this stuff they don't know about. And for me, I'm trying to figure out how I can give as much of like the experience that I get and to get them to understand who you guys are. We have everyday students, people that grew up with martial arts here, people that do martial arts for fun, recreation, people that are doing it professionally. We have a promoter in here. I think it's great for the whole community to come together. And I just want to thank you guys for popping in when you saw the notification because I just want to connect with more people. That's my thing, and I think Clubhouse is making it really easy to be able to do.
Thanks, Jonathan. Appreciate it. I gotta go now,
Yeah.
everyone. Nice to hear everyone on the panel. Jonathan, when you start this room again, I'll join for sure, bro.
Hell yeah, guys. Xavier, it's nice to meet you too, man. Looking forward to meeting you one day. I'm gonna be heading back to California here soon, so I hope these things open
I'll
up.
follow you on social media. Okay, we'll make it happen.
Badass, man. I would love to connect.
Thanks, Xavier. Bye-bye.
All right, take care, Tariq.
Take care, Tariq.
Bailey, Luchafon. You guys take care.
All right, bye, Xavier.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye, everybody.
So the struggle here is that the gyms are all closed.
Yeah.
For the past 2 months, so
Man.
it's a struggle, not just from a let's say condition or health point of view, but also mentally.
Oh yes.
Like yesterday, we had this big unannounced event because officially we're not allowed to go outside in groups smaller of 2. Like we still need to maintain social distancing and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's been going on now since December, right? Since more strict lockdown.
Yes.
And so there's this call to just open up for certain age groups, especially the youth, just to allow them because they're not in that risk category, right? So,
Yeah, they're not as high risk for sure.
right. So, but yeah, with the gyms closed and everything, talent is something is like a plant, right? You need to water it every now and then.
Yeah.
And with this period, I mean, you see, it's a bit cold around here, so there's not much of training outside.
Yeah.
It's just last week we had -2 with the snow up to 20 centimeters.
Yes.
And then so that's not really a good opportunity to just keep the flow going. But
Yeah.
But how is it for you guys in on that side of the world?
So I'll give you first Norway. Like they're letting kids under the age of 20. They're posting them training at the gym, and I am jealous as hell. And I feel like we had -6 degrees down to like -14 degrees just 2 weeks ago here in Oslo. But in Arizona, where Vin's at, I believe they're training. I'm not sure if they're supposed to be open. California, it's kind of the same thing. Like places are starting to open. My gym, we tried to open safely with like under direction of an epidemiologist, and we got slapped with a bunch of fines and closure orders from the state and like threats, like legal threats. So we had to close back down again, and it created some other issues and stuff too, which I don't want to go into for legal purposes. But that's what it's been like in California. Vin, how's it going in Arizona?
Things are starting to open back up. I know, like a couple months ago, they were really harsh on the penalties. Like I was even getting phone calls from the Department of Health, and they're really, coming down my throat. And then I signed this letter that they wanted me to sign to kind of give me permission to reopen. And ever since then, I haven't been messed with yet. I'm supposed to require them to wear masks, and I think we're supposed to operate under 25%.
Yeah.
But
say no more, man.
I mean, we're yeah.
Say no more. Yeah, just leave it there. Just leave it there. Then, because it's the attestation form. I think we have a similar thing in California, and my problem with the attestation form that they have in California is it says that we have to give them all of our student records without any like repercussion. They want us to just give it up, and we have to give them access to our business at any time. And for me, I'm like, are you paying my rent? Like, but I guess if you did it and they effed off, then I think it's a good call, man.
So John,
yeah,
is it
that's a little
something?
ridiculous.
Sorry, go ahead, 3.
Yeah, is this something you do? Let's say full time. Like, are you in the gym every day?
Yeah, when I'm there, I lived less than a block away from my academy. I was there every day. Yeah, it's what I've been doing for a living, and Vin,
Nice.
he's at his gym every day. I know that too.
So do you also welcome like guest fighters who are traveling or what?
Yeah, we have people, guests that are coming through. I know Vin does too. He's brought in fighters from out of the country for his promotion, and people that are always visiting through. Like the community in the U.S. is very warm and welcoming for the most part. So
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, you could also do these camps in Thailand for 4 weeks where you train twice a day, right?
Yeah.
You probably went to one of those, right?
Oh yeah, I've been there multiple times over the past
Nice.
decade and a half to be able to train with the Thai trainers and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's been on my bucket list for some time now. But since my daughter was born, I kind of had to delay it for some other lifetime. It seems.
Understandable, man. But know that it's like once she grows up a little bit, maybe you guys will be able to make that jump over there. I know some families that have gone over there once their kids are old enough. But yeah, hey, sorry guys, I gotta get going. I'm gonna leave the room open if you guys want to keep chatting. But thanks for your time, everybody. Vin, it's good catching up with you, man. Natapon,
You too, brother.
good to meet you. Yeah, Tariq, it was nice to meet you. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Okay.
All right.
All right. Peace.
I have to go. Goodbye.
All right, guys. So that's gonna be it for today. I had a great room today on Clubhouse. Definitely, it was great to have you in. I hope you enjoyed the conversation. There's some great people in the Muay Thai world out there. But with that said, Sawadee Kap. All right, that's it today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you guys are listening on iTunes, please go leave a review. It means the world to me if you enjoy the content, if you like hearing about all the stuff that has to do with Muay Thai and what we're doing. Also, there's another way to support us. If you guys visit our Patreon link, it's in the show notes. Also on our YouTube, if you go to pmtlifestyle.com, there's a Patreon link up at the top. You can support us for as little as $5 a month to get some behind the scenes footage, things of that nature, to see what we're doing behind the scenes for Pu'u Muay Thai, what we're trying to get going. Also, you can get some early access clips. You can also get t-shirts, merchandise, and a few other things as perks of being a patron. Again, go check that out. It's at pmtlifestyle.com.